Today, I'm going to be drinking a little Black and Tan, Yuengling style. Welcome back to a beer and review. Today, I'm jumping into Yuengling's original Black and Tan. This is a dark brewed porter and premium beer. This is coming from Yuengling. They've been around since apparently 1829. America's oldest brewery, they tout themselves as, and coming out of Pennsylvania. Yuengling has a few other types of beer. They've got a regular lager, and then they've got a light. An interesting tidbit about the Black and Tan, it's an English half and half. The British had a tradition of mixing beers for a very, very long time. And a half and half, or a Black and Tan, as it's also called, comes from combining usually a pale ale and usually a stout. And that's where you get the Black and Tan name from. Let's hop into this guy and see what it tastes like. Alright. It looks like a dark lager, like a black lager. Nice tan head to it. It says it's dark brewed porter and premium beer. I don't know what the premium beer part of it is, but hey, let's get the aroma going first here. There's a little tiny bit of an aroma, but not much. So, you know, out of 12, I'm going to have to give the aroma. Man, there's not much there. I'm going to have to give it a 6. Appearance-wise, this is very pleasing to me. You get, it's very dark. It's not as thick as a stout or a porter. It's very reminiscent of like a black lager. Although I suppose, I imagine if you did do a proper half and half of like Guinness and then some kind of a pale ale or like a lighter lager, you know, you've got like the lower half is nice and light, and then the top half is dark, so you get the Black and Tan, which it's called. But if you were to mix that together, this is probably the color you would get, because it's not like pitch black. You can see through it a little tiny bit. But anyway, appearance, I'm giving it a 3 out of 3. I mean, this appearance, it looks great. It looks cool. It looks like something I'd want to drink. On to flavor. Come on, Flavor Town, don't let me down. Knowing that it's supposed to be, or its name originates from combining two different beers, its flavor is very middle ground. It's definitely not a stout. It's definitely not a porter. It's definitely not like a lighter lager or ale. It's running down the middle of like an ale and a porter. I mean, it says it's supposed to be like a dark brewed porter and premium beer. It's got a little bit of a bitterness to it, not like an IPA bitterness, but a little bit of a bitter aftertaste to it. Out of 20 for flavor, 14, I think is a very good score for a beer like this. Mouthfeel, on a mouthfeel, out of 5, feels like a beer in the mouth. I'm gonna have to give it a 4. Overall, out of 10, I would give this guy, I'd give it a solid 6. I'm not gonna be too generous on it. I'll give it a solid 6. It's not mind-bogglingly good. It's just pretty okay. On the Yuengling Black and Tan, we end up with a overall score of 33 out of 50, which is not a bad score as far as the way I score. Not bad at all, really. I'd say that as far as a cheaper beer goes, because it is running a little bit on the cheaper end, you can get like a 6-pack for around like $7, whereas some 6-packs are upwards of like $9 to $12. So it's a little bit on the lower end scale, but I'd still say it's pretty good. I mean, pretty damn good for that price point. It has a good flavor. I mean, I could see myself coming back to this many times. If I just want like a simple 6-pack or just have a couple beers where it's not super dark like a stout, and it's not too bitter like an IPA or something like that. So if you like black lagers and you like possibly porter stouts that have less of a kick, I would definitely go with the Yuengling Black and Tan. Yeah, I guess that's about all I gotta say for this one. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you've tried the Black and Tan and what you thought of it in the comments down below. Also, if you can think of any beers that you would recommend, let me know. Some good beers. I'm always on the lookout for good beers. Thanks again for watching. And until next time, cheers.